Developers behind the ultra-detailed FENIX A320 for Microsoft Flight Simulator have officially set the release date for their next two projects, an A319 and an A321 of the same caliber and fidelity as the A320 we know and love currently. On top of this, the hotly anticipated version 2 of the FENIX A320 is also being rolled out as early as this week, bringing with it some fantastic performance improvements, new system changes, and more. This one's gonna be a fun one, so sit back, relax, and let's get right into the video. What is going on, guys? Varun from Flyby Simulations here, and welcome back to yet another video on the channel. Let's start then, ladies and gentlemen, with some news about version 2 of the currently available FENIX A320 for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which will see some massive improvements over the next few weeks and months. The latest news on FENIX's blog indicates that, over the coming few days, the team will begin pushing a staging build to start the process of delivering version 2 of the product. The team goes on to explain that V2 will be delivered in two distinct blocks instead of a singular package, which might be a little odd to some of you guys, but there is a reason behind this. It seems that the team at FENIX have hit some crucial milestones with version 2 where certain improvements to the aircraft are ready to go, whereas others are still in progress. Since the improvements that have already been made don't rely on the ones that are still in progress, the team have decided to share whatever is done first in an attempt to get feedback from us, the community. So then, what's included in Block 1 of version 2? The following are some of the improvements you'll get to see in Block 1. So we have a new and improved fly-by-wire system, allowing the aircraft to fly even better than it already does using onboard automation. Supplementing that, we also see a new and improved flight management system, the first in the line of new displays to be introduced by the FENIX team, several performance optimizations, which we will be taking a look at a little later in the video. We have some fantastic benchmarks provided by the FENIX team, which actually shows the improvements made to the overall FPS within the aircraft, so stay tuned for that. We also receive major avionics improvements to aid the overall flying experience, which includes the brand new VNAV system for smoother and more realistic point-to-point operations, and finally some general bug fixes as well. Two other minor improvements have also been made to V1 that were addressed in a separate blog. Number 1 is the introduction of new mapping tiles in the map section of the Navigraph app on the EFB, allowing for moving maps and better taxiing. And number 2 is the much requested 180 passenger configuration instead of the old 162 in the FENIX A320. So you can soar the virtual skies with 18 more passengers in the back now. It's crazy to think, but all of this and more that we will discuss in the video will be coming absolutely for free for existing customers of the A320. Now that's the sort of consumer-centric attitude I can respect, so kudos to the FENIX team. Following the release of Block 1 over the next few days, the team then plans to release Block 2 soon after, with a target release before the end of September. So what's the next block going to include then? Well, right before continuing with the video, I must say that these videos take a lot of time and effort to put together, so please consider leaving it a like and subscribing to the channel for more such content. Additionally, if you're looking for a fantastic community of aviation and flight sim enthusiasts to talk to and engage with, our free Discord server is the place for you, so join us by clicking on the link in the description section of the video. And finally, if you wish to financially support this channel and get some exclusive content, guides, video scripts, and more, kindly consider following us on Patreon as well. Your support truly does mean everything. With all that out of the way, let's continue with the video. So Block 2 then, what can we expect? Well, it includes the new visual model, IAE engines that the community has been longing for, further avionics fixes, a version 2 of the already fantastic EFB or electronic flight bag that exists within the aircraft, as well as any revisions and improvements the team deems necessary after collecting feedback from the rollout of version 1. Now, as mentioned before, the entire reason for separating these into two blocks is because Block 1 is pretty much ready to go, and FENIX doesn't think it's worth holding back on it just because Block 2 isn't, which is fantastic for us. Later this week, we should also be receiving some screenshots and media to demonstrate exactly what the new visual model looks like and how everything has been painstakingly rebuilt within the aircraft with care. Moving on from the FENIX A320 then, let's talk about the secret bomb that the developers decided to drop on us through this very same announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, in parallel with developing V2 of the A320, the team have also been building an A321 as well as an A319 at the same level of fidelity and quality. This is massive news. The improvements the team have made with version 2 have provided a stronger foundation to build upon for this expansion, and I for one cannot wait to try them out. Both aircraft are intended to be released by the end of this year, and this is important, as a single expansion package costing around €40. So no, you don't have to individually pay for each aircraft type. You can get both of them for a set price of just €40, which in my opinion is quite reasonable, given the level of fidelity and support you're getting with the package. Now, I realize many might say that Microsoft Flight Simulator is currently flooded with Airbus aircraft, but few developers are of the ilk of Fenix when it comes to the standard of simulation being offered in their packages. To be entirely honest, the Latin VFR Airbus fleet, as well as the freeware one using fly-by-wire systems from Horizon Simulations, who I also love, don't get me wrong, aren't looking to appeal to the type of simmer that wants ultra-realistic, genuine aircraft simulation, at least not yet. Finally, the team also highlights that early into 2024, all Fenix products will also be updated for free with Sharklet wingtips. Now, if you, like me, can't wait for the A320 version 2 and are looking to brush up on your Airbus knowledge, do check out our latest aircraft dissected series on the Airbus A320, covering every switch, knob, button, and light in the cockpit of the aircraft. It is my attempt to create the most detailed Airbus A320 series on the internet, and is available absolutely for free on YouTube, so again, check it out in the description section of the video. Next up then guys, as promised, let's dive into some of the performance improvements that have been made possible with version 2 of the A320. The team goes on to explain that there was no quick fix to the laggy experience we've been having with the aircraft, so the team had to completely rebuild the entire display render pipeline to squeeze out every last drop of FPS and VRAM efficiency they possibly could. Now, I'm sure the improvements will vary by system, but the benchmarks provided by the team also show several different computer configurations. I'll try to show a decent variety and walk through them here, but feel free to check out Fenix's official blog in the description section below to see all of the performance benchmarks for yourself. Let's get right into it. The first benchmark we have here then is at London Heathrow Airport with the Payware Any-Build scenery with these specs, running on DirectX 11. As we can see, with version 1 of the FENIX A320, it was the worst performing aircraft out of the other popular airliners for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but with version 2, we see a nearly 30% improvement in average FPS, jumping from 22.3 to 29. The next benchmark here is at Nadi Airport in Fiji with Payware Any-Build scenery, but importantly, this one is at 2K resolution instead of 1080p. Here we see 3 different versions of the Fenix. The difference between the CPU and GPU versions indicates which component in your computer is being used to render the graphics. Either way, the latest version clearly showcases a 15 to 20% jump in FPS yet again. Finally then, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you with the super powerful systems running RTX 4090s with DirectX 12 and frame generation turned on, we again see a pretty substantial increase in FPS, indicating a near 15% jump. Some fantastic stuff indeed. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the conclusion of our video today. I, for one, am very excited for what the future holds for Fenix. Once again, I highly urge you guys to check out the start of my aircraft dissected series to get a jump on preparing to fly version 2 of the FENIX A320 by clicking on the first link in the description section of the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like, subscribing to the channel for more such content, and hitting the notification bell to be notified every time we upload. With that all said, thanks for watching, and thanks for flying by.